Hi guys, so this is a continuation from our last tutorial. This is the sewing part. The cutting tutorial of this video has already been uploaded. Link will be in the description box. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to sew this beautiful dress. The sleeve is quite different because it's what my clients need, but I will still explain on how you can achieve the main sleeve on the top new before the end of this video. So keep watching. I'm working with a high target Ankara fabric. What I have here is 3 yards, so I'll use it for the making of this dress. This was the pattern drafting from our last tutorial, so I want to transfer them to the actual fabric. You should watch the video so you understand. So I've gone ahead transfer to the actual fabric. As you can see, have cut the lining, have cut the net for the yoke, and I also notched the underbust of the front piece. Okay, so this was what I had after I was done. The next thing I did was to cut the wording I'll be using for this dress. Like I'll be padding the bust area. So you can see what I have here. Your wording needs to stop exactly on the underbust of your boat piece. That is the front. Okay, so your wording needs to stop exactly at the underbust. Okay, also leave at least 3/4 of an inch on the upper part. Okay, so I'll keep the back piece and the yoke aside, then I'll work on the front piece for now. So what I want to do is remove the lining for the front piece with the yoke as well. So I'll open up the wrong side of the front piece. I'll place my wording like so. The type of wording I'm using is the one that has shiny at the back. So I place the shiny at the back at the wrong side of the fabric. I want to go ahead now to iron very well. So I've gone ahead to iron the wording. You can see what I have here after I was done ironing. So because it has gum at the back, it now sticks together with the fabric. I hope you can see. So the next thing I want to do now is to join together using half an inch stitching allowance. I'm going to also repeat the same thing on the lining as well. After stitching, guys, you can see what I have here using half an inch. I also ironed my seam opening. So the next thing I did was to turn the wrong side of the half length. So after turning, you can see how beautiful the bruise is. So the next thing I want to do now is to bring the yoke. This is the yoke for the front. I've already piped the neckline using black bias. This is the yoke for the back. I already piped the neckline as well using black bias. So the next thing I want to do is to keep the back yoke aside. Then I'll attach to the neckline of the front. So you're going to fold your yoke, you fold it into two, then just give a small notch at the center of the yoke. Give a small notch, okay, so that when fixing your yoke or attaching your yoke, it will be easier for you. Give a small notch of about half inch, then you place it like so. Okay, make sure you secure with your pin just like you see me doing here. Do the same thing on the other side. Then once you are done with that, you will place your lining right sides facing each other. You will have something looking like this after you are done, okay? But before then, you place your lining right side facing each other like so. Stitch the neckline with half inch and also stitch the both side as well. After stitching, guys, you can see what I have here. I also notch as well. After stitching, you notch your neckline just like I did. Then I will turn the right side of the fabric. So this is what I have after I was done. Next thing I want to do is to make a top stitch at the waistline. I will also trim the excess net I have on both sides of the armhole just this way. This is the back piece. I will place the yoke for the back just this way. Do the same thing on the other side. After placing, place your lining right side facing each other. Then stitch the neckline with half inch. Do the same thing on both sides. So I want to first secure with pin. After securing with pin, I'll go ahead and stitch. After stitching, guys, you can see what I have here. This is for the back. And for the front, I've made a top stitch on the waistline. So this is the skirt part. I've already cut out of camera and have also attached lining. I've sewed lining as well. I'll just share with you guys a clip of what I did. Okay, the half length is 17 inch. So what I did was to subtract 17 inch from the waistline of the skirt. Then I will get the main length of the gown. Okay, subtract your half length, get the main length of your gown plus your sewing allowance. That is what I did. then before I stitch with lining. So what I did now was to place the back half length right sides facing each other, then I will go ahead and stitch. After stitching, I'll have something looking like this. So I've gone ahead to stitch the back half length. This is what I have after I was done. I also attached zip as well. So from the wrong side of the back, what I did was to go up by 22" because it will have slits at the back. This is a pencil gown. It's a pencil gown. So from the hem part, I went up by 22". That is how open I want it to be. Yours could be more than that, okay? I'll return the wrong side of the back piece. I'll fold in the zip allowance, then head over straight to my iron table. I'll iron it out and also use my hemming gum to secure in place, okay? So I've gone ahead to do that. Have ironed with hemming gum. You can see what I have here after I was done. Now the slit is now secured in place. The front skirt has a net that was attached from the new part. So to cut your front skirt, that is the down part, you are going to remove your half length. My client own was 17". Then this is the new. The knee was 37 plus the sewing allowance. When I get there, I cut out from the knee and I got the design length I want for the gown. The length is 60", but what I have there was 62. I will trim out the excess, okay? So for the front, you're going to place your half length right sides facing each other, then stitch with half an inch just this way. After stitching, guys, this was what I had. Can you see? I ended up not adding that to the front skirt and back skirt. This is optional. You can choose to add that even though I added the allowance while cutting. I will trim out the allowances later, okay? So I ended up not adding that. Next you want to do is to shape your dress. So place your back piece on top of the table like so, then you place the front piece right sides facing each other. Stitch the shoulder with half an inch. Do the same thing on the other shoulder. Stitch with half inch, okay, 0.5. Stitch with it, then you shape the both side of your dress, okay? So after shaping, guys, this was what I had. Can you see? I'm yet to iron this dress, but I'll iron later. This was what I had after I was done. I've also folded the hem part of the net. Then on the inside, you may need to raise up the allowances, then attach your hemming gum and press it with your hot iron. Okay, so it relax very properly. Make sure you give it a very nice press. If you are using a steam iron, that will be very cool. If you don't have, just spray water and iron very properly. So for the sleeve, I've already cut it out. So my client does not want the same sleeve in the picture inspiration. She says she prefers just a puff sleeve. So for the puff sleeve, I made it 16" since I'm going to be attaching only it. And for the width, I have 16" on a fold. Okay, so when you open it, you have 32. So if you want the exact sleeve in the picture, what you want to do is to make sure the length of your puff sleeve is at least 11 to 10". Okay, at least. So you measure 11 to 10" for your puff sleeve, and for that point where your puff sleeve stopped, you're going to measure from that point to your rigs, okay? That is the fitted one. You measure it, then also take the accurate measurement of your round sleeve, the exact place your puff sleeve stop. That is where you would take your round sleeve measurement, okay? It should be the same thing with the fitted one, okay? So it will not fall out after sewing or when putting on the sleeve or after putting on the sleeve. Okay, I hope you understand. If you don't understand, you can leave a comment in the comment section. So I'm going to fold the hem part using 1" and for the upper part of the sleeve, I will go ahead and gather. Okay, do the same thing on the second one as well. So after folding the hem part of the sleeve, you can see what I have here. I've also gathered as well. So I'll pull out one thread from my the gather thread. I'll just gather like so. So after gathering, next you want to do is to attach your what is it called, elastic. Okay, I'm using half an inch, so the length is 10.5". That is the length I have there. So I'll use my safety pin to insert the elastic through the elastic casing I created. So I'm just going to, I'll keep passing the elastic through till I get to the other end. So once I'm done with that, I'll repeat the same thing on the other one. Then after doing so, I'll go ahead and attach to the dress. I'll attach with half an inch and I'll be right back. So after attaching, guys, this was what I had. I've also gone ahead to iron the whole dress. You can see how beautiful the neckline is. You can see how beautiful everything looks. So if you don't want to attach the sleeve on the picture, you can use the inspiration I gave you. Or if you don't want, just create any sleeve you want, any desired sleeve you want, okay? So this is what I have here after I was done. The outcome of this dress was so beautiful, and I believe you saw it in the beginning of the video. I shared a video on how it came out to look like while on my dummy. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's tutorial. If this video was helpful, kindly hit on the subscribe button for appreciation. Thank you for watching.